Hello, my name is Dr. Ian Dunbar. Most dog training programs have a single host, even though there are nearly as many ways to train dogs as there are dog trainers. That's why we'll be featuring a different trainer each week on America's Dog Trainer.
I'm Dina Zaphiris, otherwise known as the Behavior Savior, and I have a pet peeve. My pet peeve comes from my Australian Shepherd, who every time I went down to pick up a ball, or my purse, or my keys, whatever, if I bent down like this to pick something up, that was the cue for my dog to run and bolt as fast as he could out and away from me. Which I started thinking was very, very dangerous, because sometimes I'd be on a hike or whatever, I'd just go down, drop something, I'd bend down to pick it up, and boom, he runs out. And I thought, how dangerous? You know, wouldn't it be great if when I bent down to pick something up, that was the cue for my dog to come running to me, or possibly coming running through my legs. So I'm going to show you how to get to that today, so that when you pick up a ball and cock back your arm to throw it for your dog, that's actually a cue for your dog to come to you in order to get his ball thrown. It's a really fun thing to learn. This is Charlotte. She is an out-of-her-mind Vizsla. I love her, but she is Drive Plus, okay? She's a typical working dog, and she's very, very hyper. She's totally untrained. So you're gonna see some crazy behavior today, but that's not what we're working on. I want crazy behavior today, because most dogs, when they see their ball, if they like their ball, when you pick up the ball, Charlotte, you want your ball? Oh, where are you going? Here I am with my ball in my hand, and I'm completely out of control because my dog is out there. Charlotte! My dog is out there waiting for me to do this, which is her reinforcement. When I throw the ball, that's my dog's reinforcement for being out and away from me. So you strengthen that behavior every time you throw the ball. I bend down to pick something up, my dog runs out, and I reinforce that moment by throwing the ball. Now I have a dog who, every time I bend over, runs out, especially if they're ball and toy crazy, which we want all of our dogs to be, right? So what we're simply gonna do is teach the dog that picking something up is a cue to run forward, is a cue to go through my legs, and then she gets her reward. So Charlotte has no problem with drive. She's in fact a little bit crazy, which I wanted a crazy dog for today's video. So she's really excited about this magical food that I have in my hand. So you need to get something really, really yummy, okay? When we start training a dog, we don't start the dog on the ball, right? The ball is already the old cue. The ball and me cocking my hand back is already a cue for her to run out. So we can't start the new training there. We start with some food to get the new behavior. And we're gonna back chain. Back chaining is simply starting with the last behavior we want, which is, well, the last behavior we want is the retrieve. But for this purposes, Charlotte, come! Good girl. So I'm gonna get her excited about these yummy treats. And I'm simply going to take the dog, get her really excited, put the treats through my leg, and bring her around. Good girl, okay? Good, so we'll do it again. Charlotte, you ready? You want some yummy treats? Through my legs, there you go. And I recommend not even saying anything, just get the behavior first. My legs spread wide apart is gonna become part of her cue for go through, I'm gonna throw the ball. But right now, you wanna have a wide stance and just get the dog through. And I feed her when she's about here and facing in the direction I want her to do. Okay, let's try another one. Ready? Whee! Good girl. Very nice, right? And she didn't know this before today at all. And woo! That's very, very good, right? And I'm always a big believer, because I did a lot of agility work, you should do both sides, right? I mean, when you lift weights, you just don't go lift one side. So we're gonna do the other side a few reps. Charlotte, come. Good girl, yes. So I'm gonna go through this way. Woo, yeah. Then she gets a treat after she goes through. Clear? And I like to mark it with my voice. And woo, good girl. So I'm kind of saying, Charlotte, through, right? Well, tomorrow if I go out and go, Charlotte, through, that's different. She's gonna go, what the heck does that mean, right? So try to make your voice match into the same exact tone as you trained her with. Charlotte, through. Good girl. It's ball time. Don't get frustrated. You're gonna move over to the ball and your dog's gonna start running out again, because this is the old cue for run away from me, right? So here's where we have to bridge it. Here's where we have to teach her, no, this is the new cue for run through. If you go through my legs, I will give you your ball. Charlotte, good girl, through. Woo, good girl. So there you go. She didn't even know I was going to throw the ball, but I had strengthened the through behavior with her word, with her name and the word through. Now she's running through and gets the ball. New cue, right? It should take you a couple of weeks to shift it over. You know, when I pick this up, my dog should start running towards me. Charlotte! Charlotte! Yes! Good girl! Through! Good girl! Go! Woo! Excellent. So now you're creating a dog that when you pick something up, you have power. She runs to you. Why? It's a safety issue. It's also a great way to recall your dog. Now I'm out on a hike, I'm out on the beach or whatever, and I see other dogs coming. My dog's way out and away from me. I just bend down, pick up a handful of something, cock my arm back, and I have a dog who's trained to run towards me. So another one of my pet peeves is when people stand perfectly still, hang a little treat out, and say, come, come. Squirrels don't do that, okay? To get a good come command, you're basically turning yourself into the squirrel. So I might stand here, and on your mark, get set. Charlotte, come! Charlotte, come! Woo! Charlotte, come! Yay! Good girl! So what you saw there, my dog was completely ignoring me. The minute I started to run away, what did she do? She followed. That's why I always use the sprinting and the running away to train to get my dog to come towards me. Right now, we're going to teach the dog that what I have is always better than what she has, right? So I have 5, 6, 7 toys here, plush, sheepy, balls, whatever your dog loves, okay? And I'm really going to start getting my dog to come, having her go through, and I'm going to chuck out the toy, right? But now we have this behavior where she's coming through. As soon as she's out there with the toy, and this game, again, it's not about bringing back the toy, it's about showing her that when she gets that toy, I have the next, more exciting toy. So she spits out that toy, comes running back for another through, and gets the toy going that way. As soon as she runs out to pick up that toy, woo, 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 look what I have a better one. So that, again, it's about teaching the dog that whatever you have, whatever's in your hands, is the most exciting object, not what she has. Again, giving you the power for your come command with distractions and stuff like that. Charlotte, ready? Good girl, through, yay, get it. So as soon as she's out there with the toy, Charlotte, woo, look what I have, through, yeah, Charlotte, woo, that's right, get it, good girl. So what we're learning here is she actually did eventually bring the toy back, and that's what's great about this game. People in the beginning, it sometimes causes the dog to drop the toy and not do a full retrieve, but actually, when you get her really excited, she'll end up bringing the toy back, going through and getting a new toy and launching out. It's a really, really fun game. Another really great way to get your dog running through your legs is to get 5 or 6 toys in your hands, right? It's kind of like what I have is always better. My toy is better than your toy. And I'm going to start off by throwing one. Woo! Get it! Then I say, Charlotte, here! Charlotte! Through! Woo! And she learns that I always have something better. Charlotte! Right here! Woo! And that makes that one go. Then I say, Charlotte, look! What do I have here? Here! Woo! She liked that one too much. Here! Woo, through, oh, you get another one. So every time the dog comes back to you, boom, a toy flies. What she's learning is that coming back to me makes a toy fly. Coming back to me makes a toy fly. Never again will cocking your hand back cause the dog to go, right? But we also haven't added this cue, right? So all I've been doing is going like this. This is kind of the new hand signal. I have not introduced to the dog yet that putting my hand back like this is going to lead to this. Now we have to teach the dog that bending down to pick something up and cocking my hand back means come. Okay? So we're changing an old cue. That can be very, very hard. So I just start by getting my dog's attention. Girly girl, ready? Come, woo, through, woo, and go get it. So what I'm doing is just giving her, whether she saw it or not, you want to get in the habit, your dog's out there, you bend, you say, Charlotte, come through, as you're doing the new cue, okay? So, Charlotte, come. Maybe I'll even bend down now. Charlotte, come. Woo! So, right now, I'm going to show her, ready, good girl, ready, good girl. Ready, good girl, yeah, woo! So, what you saw me was going ready, right? I bent down a few times, I cocked my hand, and meanwhile she's moving towards me. The new behavior, old cue, right? So, again, it might take you a little while to get that, but I'll do it one more time so you can watch. Okay, so the old behavior, when I cock my hand back, the old behavior was move out. Watch the new one. Ready, yeah, good girl, go! So there you go. You saw me bending down, you saw me cocking my hand back, but the dog was running forward and towards me the whole time. New behavior, right? And you want to keep practicing it. I can use Charlotte, come, Charlotte, through, and meanwhile she's, oh, good girl, ready, good girl. That means come forward, yay, and go. So it really, really changes what we're doing here until you practice so much that the mere, sight of you bending down to pick anything up gets your dog running towards you, gives you the power.